What's happening, everybody? CG Too Much is in the house. You know, something's on my chest trying to get off my chest about this boxing thing. I've been a boxing fan for years, on top of years, which I've said before. I go to different sites looking up about people's opinions on different matches coming up and things like that. And, I was looking around, and the main topic, as usual, was Manny Pacquiao fighting Floyd Mayweather. Now, people are saying that a lot of them were saying Floyd Mayweather's scared to fight Pacquiao and things like that. And I said, well, no. Mayweather is undefeated and Pacquiao isn't. So if they fight, great. If they don't fight, oh well. So a person read what I said and he replied, whoever said oh well, which was me, is a moron because Floyd is scared to fight Pacquiao and things like that. And my reply to him, and I'm going to say is, well, let's see. Well, Mayweather, back in, I think, 2008, 9, or 10, he fought Oscar de la Hoya. Now, Floyd Mayweather, when he first started boxing, it was at 106. But he went to 147, which he feels comfortable at 147. Now, De La Hoya said, no, if we fight, it has to be 154. So it's like a take or leave it type thing. So Floyd said, okay, I'll fight you. Now, you usually pick your own gloves. Floyd said, I want those gloves. Oscar said, no, you're having those gloves. Floyd said, fine, let's box in this ring. Oscar said, no, we're boxing in that ring. Okay, let's box over here. Oscar said, no, we're boxing over there. Fine, because Oscar de la Hoya is like the king in that time, the king in that era. He's on the throne, so he got to follow orders. Man, let's say, okay. And when they fought, his trainer, Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya's trainer was Freddie Roach. And Roach has been Pacquiao's trainer for years on top of years, and still the trainer to this very day. And that was a great fight, man. Oscar was trying to knock his head off, man. He was throwing him heavy punches. I mean, seriously. But at the end of the fight, Mayweather had beat him by 1 point, but he still won the fight. Floyd Money Mayweather. So he beat him. Another fighter he fought was Marquez. Pacquiao fought Marquez about 4 times, and every fight, to me, Marquez won. And the last fight, not in the next week, when he fought Mayweather, in round 2, he caught him with a right and started bouncing around and everything. And Floyd was over there smiling. He said, okay, okay. So Floyd hit him with his right. Then he hit him with another one, or a left. It was a left, or it was a hook shot. It was a hook. Hit him once, hit him twice, and he fell down. Marquez. Juan Manuel Marquez. So he finally gets up in rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, already 12. Got his butt kicked by Floyd Mayweather. Easily. Pacquiao fights him. He lost every fight. So to me, he doesn't have 5 losses. He has 8 losses. This is Pacquiao has 8 losses, and Mayweather has 0 losses. So, bam, bam, boom. Another fighter Mayweather fought was Sugar Shane Mosley. After the fight, Sugar Shane got into the ring, shook his hand and everything, said, great fight. But now it's my turn. Because they showed him during the fight, they showed him in the audience. I'm not sure. I think it was the Marquez fight. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but I think it was a Marquez fight. So they showed Sugar Shane Mosley watching the fight, like front row in the audience. So when the fight was over, he got into the ring and called him out. So first, let me think about it real quick. When he was getting interviewed, and then Bernard Hopkins got into the ring, he was with Sugar Shane Mosley now. He said, stop being a little punk and fight him, man. Fight him. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And then he's like, wait a minute, who you talking to? Like, who you over talking? And then they got in an argument, so the fight ends up happening. Now, in round 2, Sugar Shane caught him with that hook. He said, the jab, jab, and the hook. Boom, when he hit Mayweather with the hook. He said, oh, he went down like this. Like, everybody was cheering. And then he kind of smiled and grabbed him and everything, was over there smiling. This is Floyd Mayweather was smiling. Because he felt the punch. And then that second punch hit him like top of his head. Boom, and then Mayweather, he went down like that. Like his knees buckled, and he almost went down a second time. And then it was into the round. Now rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to rounds 12, Mayweather easily beat Sugar Shane Mosley. Because when he got hit, when it was round 3, his trainer there was Uncle Roger Mayweather. Mayweather's trainer. He said, calm down, be cool, do what we taught you in the gym. Just do what we taught you in the gym. He did that, he won the fight. So when I said all this, people were saying I must be gargling Floyd Mayweather's cum. That's what one person said, because I know all this about boxing. And about 50 or more people liked what he said, saying I'm gargling Mayweather's cum. No, I'm not. I'm just a boxing fan. I'm speaking scientific facts. And you don't want to hear it because Pacquiao has 8 losses, Mayweather has 0 losses. But then you're begging him to fight some fool with 8 losses? Are you serious? Mayweather, he also fought, another person fought Costa Zoo fought Zab Judah. Now, Zab Judah is a great boxer. He fought Mayweather back when, and it was a great fight. I think the first 4 or 5 rounds, Judah won, but then 6, 7, 8, 9, he lost some rounds, and frankly, he knew he lost. He was losing the fight, so he low blowed him in round 10, and low blowed Mayweather, and Mayweather backed up, and his Uncle Roger got in his face, and his Uncle Roger ended up fighting Zad Judah's trainer, which was his dad, Yoel Judah. They got a fight, but at the end of the day, Mayweather won. So, and he's beaten Canelo Alvarez. He fought another fighter named Austin Trout. Well, actually, before I get to that, Casazu fought Ricky Hatton next. And then Ricky Hatton, they're both like Canadians or from London or what have you. And Hatton, after round 10, they ring the bell and you go sit down in your corner. What's time when they go sit down Casazu? And when the bell rang to get up and fight again, he said, that's it. And he gave up. He didn't want to fight him anymore. So, it's the end of the fight. But when Ricky Hatton then called out Mayweather, he had great promos now. The promos before the fight, Ricky Hatton and the Mayweather promos. And his last one was like at nighttime. He's like outside, sitting down like at a bleacher or something like that. And he said, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to beat him, yeah. I'm going to beat him, yeah. And I guess, yeah, it was like the Canadian or London slang or what have you. And he said all that. When fight time came, he got his butt whooped. I mean, he did okay, but Mayweather knocked him out in the 10th round. He was waiting. And Hatton came in, and when Hatton went back to punch him, he real quick, boom, with that right, and he ran into the ring, and he fell down, and got up, hit him with a quick combo, knocked him down a second time, knocked him out. So, but when Pacquiao fought him, he beat him in the second and third round. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. And Floyd Mayweather's dad was his trainer, Ricky Hatton's trainer, but he didn't follow the game plan, so he was knocked out in 2 or 3 rounds. But also, what you didn't realize is Mayweather beat him first, and beat him when he was undefeated, unlike Pacquiao. So, if the fight happens, Floyd should go. He has 45 wins, no losses. 4 more wins. He'll be 49-0. Tie Rocky Marciano's record. And that'd be a great fight. Because Marciano retired with no losses. 49-0. Mayweather has 45 wins, no losses. So if he wins 4 more times with Showtime, he'll tie the record. If he has 1 more fight, then go 50-0. Or fight Pacquiao and retire 50-0, hopefully, and then be a commentator. Don't box. Don't care what people say, how much money they offer you. Don't take it. Go commentating with, hopefully, either HBO or Showtime. Hopefully HBO with Roy Jones Jr. or Roy Jones. Commentating. I would love to see them two call a pay-per-view together, interview people. That'd be outstanding. See them two legendary boxers together. And also, before I end this video, Mayweather called out Pacquiao. He said, I'll give you $40 million. It's back in like 2008 or 9 or 10. He said, I'll give you $40 million for the fight. Pacquiao said, absolutely not. I want 50-50 split. He said, no, $40 million only. And Pacquiao said, I want more than that, which they didn't fight. But now, when he fought, his last fight was Brandon Rios. He fought overseas, or in London, in Japan or China, what have you. And Pacquiao won, but like I said, he didn't fight in the States. And Floyd said, you don't fight in the States because he can't afford the taxes. So Pacquiao said, okay, well then let's go ahead and fight for free, and the money goes to charity. Now, he offered you $40 million back years ago, and you said you want more money. You turned him down, but now you want to fight him for free. So leave Pacquiao alone. He's not even worth it. If you want 50-0, if you're 49-0, want 1 more fight, then Pacquiao. But if you choose not to fight anymore, retire or mark your Marciano's record. Oh, and people are saying that Mayweather should fight people like Andre Ward or something like that. Andre Ward's from Deep East Oakland. I'm from California. Frisco, Oakland, all that. We kind of the same. We're right next door to each other. In the Bay Area or the A area, whatever you want to call it. And he has like 26 wins, 27 wins, no losses. So if he fights, let's say he fought Mayweather, which is not going to happen because he's 168, and he might move to 175, which is light heavyweight division. If Mayweather is only 147, let's say they do fight, and Andre Ward beats Mayweather. Okay, he only has like 27 wins. So let's say he fights 2 fights every year, at about 10 years, he'll be maybe 47 wins, 48 wins, but he won't be 49-0. So by then, it's too late, because by then, people like George Foreman might pass away, or Muhammad Ali might pass away, or Larry Merchant might pass away, or Tommy Hitman Hearns might have been done pass away, or Mildred Taylor might have passed away, or whatever. Because 10 years is a long time. And we want to see an African-American hopefully either tie Marciano record or break it. And 10 years is a little too long to sit and wait. And he only fights Manny in California, Andre Ward, so don't fight him. It's not worth it. But if you have any replies to what I'm saying, or any likes or dislikes, just mail me, let me know what you think about it. And frankly, CG Too Much is out of here.